Yu-Gi-Oh! An incredibly complex card game with tens of thousands of cards. However, what if each set was separated from the rest of the massive card pool and your choices when building a deck were extremely limited? In this series, in order to learn Yu-Gi-Oh! From the ground up, I will be embarking on an adventure through the history of the card game with Jeex. In each episode, we will have access to all the cards in a select product, and using only the cards in that product, both of us will build a deck before playing a best of 3 match to determine the winner of the episode. We will move in a chronological order in the series, and with each new episode, we will forget the cards of the past in order to experience something brand new. We hope you enjoyed this adventure through Yu-Gi-Oh! And its evolution with us. Welcome to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. Guys and gals, ladies and lads, welcome to episode 2 of the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey, and this time things are going to be a little bit different. First of all, I will try to be more concise and not dwell on each card like I did last time, sorry about that. And another thing that's changing is instead of actually playing a set, we are going to be playing the starter deck Yugi and the starter deck Kaiba respectively, and we decided with Jeex that on these starter structure deck episodes we would just do like the whoever lost the previous episode gets to pick first like which card pool they are using. And so with that, Jeex is going to be piloting the starter deck Yugi and I'm going to be piloting the starter deck Kaiba, and I'll give you a quick rundown on the cards in each deck, and we're starting off with the starter deck Yugi. And notable here is like this is the more control-y variant. It has once again like the 2000 defense normal summons in the deck, and then first notable card that is new is Summon Skull gets introduced in this starter deck, and that is a 1 tribute monster with 2500 attacks, so that is definitely going to be a core thing that we have to both look out for in this. Then it's just a bunch of vanilla, some equipped spells. Dark Hole is in this set as well as Fissure and Trap Hole, so we still have access to quite powerful removal. Then we have D-Spell as something that can maybe go into the side deck. Monster Reborn as well is in these decks as well. And then some new pretty powerful cards. Reinforcements is in both of these decks as well. That's a trap card that can boost a monster's attack by 500, which might actually come up since when we look at what the Kaiba deck is playing, this is quite a big boost. Change of Heart first gets introduced in this. This is only in the Yugi deck, and it's limited to this day, recently taken off the limit list, a very powerful card. Then one of the, in my opinion, best monsters introduced in these sets is Wall of Illusion, a level 4 1850 defender that bounces the opponent's monster back to their hand after damage calculation, resulting in a huge tempo swing. Wall of Illusion will definitely be a core card that I, as the pilot of the Kaiba starter deck, will definitely have to think of this card when building my deck. Neo the Magic Swordsman is the best normal summon in terms of attack points in the Yugi starter deck. And then we have Last Will and Waboku as some new cards. Last Will, banned to this day, it just lets you special summon a monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck if a monster on your side of the field left the field by going to the grave. Waboku is just you take no battle damage, your monster can't be destroyed. So like I said, this is more a controller thing. Soul Exchange is also here. I don't know if we'll see this because I think 3 Change of Heart will be plenty enough, and it can serve the same purpose. Card Destruction can just refuel your hand as well as fuel Monster Reborns. Trapmaster, also actually a pretty good card here. So on flip, it destroys a trap card on the field, either face up or you can just flip up a card if you don't know whether it's a trap or not. Dragon Capture Jar is in the Yugi starter deck, as well as Yami, which we actually saw Jeex play last time. Man-Eater Bug, once again here, it's only in the Yugi starter deck. There's an equivalent in the Kaiba starter deck. Then we have Reverse Trap. Remove Trap is another card that might see the side deck, since it just destroys a face-up trap card, and the reason for this is first, Dragon Capture Jar is a thing, and then Finally, ultimate offering. During your main phase or your opponent's battle phase, you can pay 500 life points to immediately normal summon or set a monster. No HUD, once per turn, no nothing. You could just swarm the field with monsters as long as you have them in your hand. So ultimate offering is going to be insane. But yeah, the Yugi deck, like I said, it's much more control. It has these big bodies that want to just sit on the field, and you sort of aim to outvalue your opponent, stuff like card destruction and the like. And then the Kaiba deck, which we're going to be piloting, is a much more aggressive and attack-focused sort of mid-rangey to aggro deck. Blue Eyes White Dragon is once again here. It actually gets some support that makes it playable. Battle Ox, one of the better normal summons at 1700. Earth Attribute, Beast Warrior, these will be important later. Judgment is the best one tribute monster in the Kaiba starter at level 6. 2200, so less than Summon Skull, but Earth once again. Rogue Doll, and then we have a little bit later another vanilla that's 1600, so this deck has a lot of like decent beaters, but there is one that's clearly above the rest. We have Dark Energy and Invigoration that are some equips, and whereas in the past I would have said that the equips are useless, these actually probably will come up, and I trust enough that they will come up that I will talk more about them in the deck breakdown. This deck also has Dark Hold. It has Ukazi, or Okazi, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. Just some burn damage is in the Kaiba deck. Ricochet powered, another 1600. Normal summonable beater, Source Stalker, not really notable. And then there it is. Login, the Mystical Genie of the Lamp, a normal summonable 1800 attack monster. So easily the strongest normal summon in terms of attack points. Skull Red Bird is also here, but yeah, Login and the others are just strictly better. Fissure and Trap Hole here as well as D-Spell and Monster Reborn. We already talked about those. Same thing with Reinforcement. Justice Earths, like I said, another card here for the burn if you want to go that route. And then Lord of D and the Flute of Summoning Dragons. So Lord of D says that neither player can target dragon monsters fielded with card effects. And special Flute of Summoning Dragon lets you special summon up to 2 dragon monsters from your hand if Lord of the D is on the field. And yeah, this is basically their way of saying like, hey, please play Blue Eyes White Dragon. This lets you bring it to the field easier. We'll see if I'll play this stuff. It's interesting enough, so I might at least consider it, but we'll see. But this is definitely an interesting thing here to have. Mysterious Puppeteer, Trapmaster here as well. Sogan is the equivalent to Yami here. That boosts Warrior and Beast Warrior monsters. Hein is the equivalent in the Kaiba deck to Maneater Bug. Unfortunately, doesn't destroy, but returns to hand, but it's still fine. And then we have the same cards as the Yugi starter deck. So this is definitely an interesting set. I think it'll also make it maybe a little bit more interesting since we are kind of forced to build different decks, so we can't just both be playing similar list like we did last time. So I think that'll make it actually very interesting in terms of the dynamic. As for the deck building, but speaking of the deck building, we will see you after we have seen what we can cook up with these cards. So I will see you all in the deck building section.
Hello. So we're here once again, ready to break down probably the simplest and most obvious deck list that will ever exist. And first up, we got Maneater Bug again. Maneater Bug, just like in the last deck that we made in Legion of Blue Eyes White Dragon, it's a great 1-for-1 card, which lets me just set a card on defense, and that will eventually probably kill anything that moves. And because of the fact that we're playing with starter decks, the odds of him playing shit like Jin, or even, well, maybe Battle Ox and Blue Eyes, of course. Blue Eyes is probably the biggest threat he's gonna throw out on the field, other than Legion. So this card will allow me to deal with all of those. Because if he attacks into it, I destroy a monster. If he doesn't attack into it, I destroy a monster when I flip it up. And because it's immune to Trap Hole, it means that I can never lose my own card in return for flip summoning. So it's a really good card overall. Okay. Wall of Illusion. Wall of Illusion is honestly the strongest card, other than Summon Skull, which we're going to cover later, But Wall of Illusion is probably the strongest card in the deck, and like strongest monster in the deck, specifically because it can be summoned with Last Duel. It can easily deal with shit like Blue Eyes White Dragon, the Lord of D, Lajin. It has more defense than Lajin has attack, which means that he has to, my opponent has to sacrifice either more cards from hand to power up Lajin, or has to use stuff like reinforcements from the field, or so on and so forth. But basically, it will never be a clean 1-for-1. It will always be a, let's say, 2-for-1 situation. And because of the fact that Wall of Illusion bounces a card, that will always lead to me kind of winning in that situation. If he attacks with Lejin into a Wall of Illusion will bounce the Lejin up into his hand, and if the Lejin has shit equipped to it, it will just be a negative -1 to him. And that's really big. And overall, Wall of Illusion deals with, I think I have a like sample deck that I was thinking of. Wall of Illusion deals with Lejin, Lord of D, even Blue Eyes to an extent. I don't think he's playing Blue Eyes in the main deck, or if he is, then he'll probably be playing Lord of D with it and be able to just ignore Wall of Illusions, right? Wait, no. Wall of Illusion is doesn't target. Yeah. Sorry. Wall of Illusion goes through Lord of D's targeting protection as well, which makes it invaluable with dealing with Flute of Summoning Dragon and Blue Eyes. So that about covers Wall of Illusion, I think. Wall of Illusion is a powerhouse. Then Giant Soldier of Stone and Mystical Elf are things that we covered last time. They're just beefy. They have a lot of defense. They're really strong just for that. Well, Giant Soldier of Stone also has a lot of attack in comparison to his level and all the other cards that are in his tier. 1,300 is a real amount. But the main goal of these cards is to just stay on the field for one turn, and then I can get them as sack material for Summon Skull. And Summon Skull is the crown jewel of this deck. The goal of this deck is purely to summon Skull while also maintaining my own health points and possibly using card destruction into a set monster reborn to summon Skull from the graveyard, and so on and so forth. I also have a lot of removal here to make sure that things that are on the field beforehand can be got rid of if they're bigger than Summon Skull, such as Blue Eyes is, or Fissure for that as well. And yeah. So basically, Summon Skull is a massive beater. It has 2,500 attack, and it costs only 1 tribute to summon. That's as much attack as Dark Magician has, which makes this card invaluable in fighting against high attack monsters such as Lejin, or Battle Axe, or Lejin Boosted, and so on and so forth. It's a genuinely good card, and if I remember correctly, this card is one of the first meta-defining cards. Like, cards such as Dark Magician and Blue Eyes never really had a chance, because the fact that Summon Skull was just as strong as Dark Magician is at 1 tribute less. So that's crazy. This card is a insane card, and it will allow me to swing over practically everything other than Blue Eyes. And if he has like multiple dark energies on Lejin, or if he has reinforcements on Lejin, those could be bad. Those could be really bad. But overall, I think Summon Skull will be the main win con in this deck. Everything else kind of exists just to prolong the game enough for me to be able to play Summon Skull. Then we have Card Destruction, which is one of the strongest cards that they printed around this time. It just says both players discard their hands and they draw as many cards as they discarded. This card is insanely powerful. It can swing games like so fast. You can either make or break a game with this. You can possibly turn around a situation where you might have multiple trap cards that you don't want in hand, multiple spell cards you don't have a use for right now. You can just discard those and draw 4 new cards, 5 new cards, and then get a better hand overall. It's really good. It also lets me set up the grave for Monster Reborn plays, and it also lets me set up the opponent's graveyard for Monster Reborn plays, which are both really strong. It's not as relevant here as it would be in an actual game, where we have access to Call of the Haunted, Monster Reborn, and multiple other special summoning effects from the graveyard. But overall, this card is also one of the strongest cards in the deck. Same with Change of Heart. Change of Heart is a card that gets me a tribute monster or tribute material from my opponent's side of the field for practically free. I just play this card, I take a card from my opponent, I attack with it, and I tribute it for Summon Skull or something. If that's doable. If it's not doable, then whatever. It's still a really good card that can be used for getting to be material or getting rid of problematic cards, ramming my opponent's own cards into his bigger cards to get rid of the cards. Or, for example, if he's going to play Lord of D, I'll be able to play Change of Heart to grab Lord of D to get rid of things like Blue Eyes with targeting effects such as Man-Eater Bug. That's probably not a relevant line of play, but I still consider the possibility. So yeah, Change of Heart is in here just for that, and also for the fact that if he is actually playing Blue Eyes or other big beaters, I can also yoink those and just swing over his creatures and then sack those for some skull. Like I said earlier, but like it's a really versatile card. It can give him materials, it can use up his materials, it can also just get rid of his field. And Dark Hole, we went over Dark Hole and Fissure last time. They're just good removal spells. Dark Hole is a genuinely good removal spell that deals with both sides of the field, which is relevant for a card that we're gonna discuss after this. Sorry. Fissure is just destroy one card. It doesn't even target, which means it's really good because if you somehow happen to change the attack of Blue Eyes, you could get over targeting protection. So yeah. Now here, Last Will. Last Will is the card that I was talking about that it combines with Dark Hole. Last Will says if a monster on your side of the field was sent to the graveyard this turn, to your graveyard this turn, you can special summon one monster with attack 1,500 or less from your deck once during this turn. And then shuffle your deck. This is a genuinely bizarre card in the way that it's worded, but basically just means that if you sent a card to the graveyard and that card went into your graveyard, you can summon a card with 1,500 or less attack to the field, which in this case would most likely be Wall of Illusion. And that's really good. That means that if we use Dark Hole, we can still we can clear his field and we can clear our field to then get a good card on the field. And overall, that's a -2 play, but it's still decent enough where it doesn't feel as bad as before, where using Dark Hole was only ever a minus for me. Then there's Monster Reborn, which also synergizes with Dark Hole, like I said earlier, and also synergizes with card destruction and just generally having my cards get destroyed. Because he's playing Blue Eyes White Dragon most likely, maybe not in the main deck, but if he is playing in the main deck, I'm playing this just in case. Dragon Capture Jar. This is a one-off, which is meant to just be a take option against Blue Eyes. It's supposed to just outright deal with Blue Eyes because he probably shouldn't have trap removal. Although now that I think about there's Ultimate Offering this format, and even I have trap removal here. I have Trap Master and I have Remove Trap, so he probably will be playing. Sorry, that was a stupid thing to say. But I think this card will stick around for long enough to be relevant, at least in the sense that it will save me some life points. Trap Hole, self-explanatory. It destroys a monster. That's really big when it comes out on the field. That's really important because we need disruption for dealing with him. Ultimate Offering. This is one of the big cards in this set again. It says during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase, you can pay 500 life points, and immediately as this effect resolves, normal summon or set one monster. This allows us to have multiple normal summons, which first off lets us summon Skull out faster, which lets us set cards during his battle phase like Man-Eater Bug, and also lets us set cards like Wall of Illusion. These are all relevant factors, and also lets me use Mystical Elf and Giant Soldier of Stone as battle tricks basically. Really good card. I'm playing 2 of these specifically. Oh yeah, I should probably mention that. The reason why I'm playing 2 Last Wills rather than 3, even though it seems like a really good card, is because it's hard to set up. It's really bricky because it needs me to have either Summon Skull or Dark Hole or something to ram a monster into to get value out of Last Will. But I probably won't always have one of those. So I'm only playing 2 because I still want to draw the card, but I don't want to have multiples of it show up. I have Ultimate Offering, also at 2, because of the fact that it's also very bricky. And if I get one of these cards, I cannot reuse the other one unless my first one gets destroyed. You could arguably just set 2 and hope your opponent destroys one and then surprise them when you flip up another one. But that's like a low percentage play, I feel like. And it's probably not worth it. I should probably explain this a bit. It also lets me tribute summon for Summon Skull, because I don't think I mentioned that. So doing stuff like setting card, or if I set a monster, Giant Soldier of Stone, I can then pay 500 life points to then immediately sack it to get Summon Skull out on the field. It's a really good card, and it can also set stuff like Man-Eater Bug and Wall of Illusion during my opponent's turn. It's really good, is what I'm saying. Then there's Waboku. Waboku is a card that should maybe save my ass a couple of times in this set, where Waboku says I just take no battle damage. So if he has a Lajin, a Blue Eyes, or whatever, I don't take damage from those. And on top of that, my monsters cannot be destroyed during this battle. Or during this turn, sorry. And that's big. That's like self-explanatory. It just saves me a lot of hassle of having to deal with playing more cards on the field, having ultimate offering, and so on and so forth. I'm running it also at 2 because I don't really want to draw it every time. I want to have it in my hand sometimes, but having it in my hand as few times as possible, or as little as possible, is the way to go. But running it at 1 would make it such a low variance play that it's not worth it, or high variance play that it's not worth it. Then Trapmaster. So in the last video, I was talking about Armed Ninja as being Trapmaster, because I was thinking Armed Ninja destroyed spells or traps for some reason, or traps specifically, and then I ended up using it to destroy a spell later on, but that's whatever. So Trapmaster does what I thought Armed Ninja does. You flip him, you look at a trap card, or a card on the field, and if it's a trap card, you destroy it. Self-explanatory why I'm using it. We have ultimate offering on both sides of the field. He has ultimate offering, he has trap hole, I have that. So I'm going to be playing this. He's going to be playing this most likely too, now that I think about it a bit more. But I have Dispel. Now he doesn't have Dispel. If this format, or these two decks had Swords of Revealing Light in them, we would probably both be playing it. Because again, it's like Waboku, but arguably better. But Dispel would let me deal with that. But I don't think he has anything like that. But this also lets me deal with possibly him setting like stuff. And I can also use to deal with equip spells, which I assume he'll have a lot of. And there's also the part where he might play a field spell. I can't say for that for sure, but he may play a field spell. And then this will be really good against that. Because, like, if he... No, wait, no. That wouldn't work, right? No, it would. Never mind. If he happened to play, like... Because he doesn't have Yami. I was thinking of a field spell with Lejin, but that would also buff Wall of Illusion. Specifically Yami. And the only play he could use with a field spell would be to play, like, Sorgen. And then Sorgen would allow him to swing over Wall of Illusion with Battle Locks if he happened to be playing that. Which is his second strongest monster in the deck. So, arguably, this card could come in handy in, like, game 2, maybe. Or it has to come in handy in game 2, otherwise I can't play it. A third copy of Last Will. If I deem that I am capable, or I have enough... My cards are leaving the field often enough, I can side out like a Waboku for a Last Will to get multiple Last Wills off in a turn. Then there's Remove Trap, which is serving the same purpose as Trapmaster, but I put in 2 of these just in case I figured that he has something that can deal with my monsters often enough for me to want to play spell traps instead of monsters to remove his traps. Then there's Soul Exchange, which I was originally going to place in the main deck until I reread it and realized that it's just objectively a worse version of Change of Heart. It allows me to tribute a monster on the opponent's side of the field to conduct a tribute summon. But I could just have a Change of Heart instead, and then just take control of that monster, swing with it, and then sack it. And then 2 copies of Dragon Capture Jar if it turns out that he's playing, if he's actually playing like Blue Eyes Turbo or something, which I imagine he isn't. But if he is, then this will be really good for them. And then a third copy of Ultimate Offering for the same reasons as Last Will, kinda. If I happen to feel like that he's... Or actually, no, not the same reasons. If he's removing my traps often enough where I feel like I need to play a third copy of Ultimate Offering, I have it in here. And if I feel the need to draw more... pull more defensive cards, I have a third copy of Waboku here. Which will then allow me to survive for longer, obviously. And that's about it, yeah. Overall, I think this is going to be favorite for me. Again, I think I said that last time around as well. But I think the Yugi starter deck is overall stronger than the Kaiba stronger deck, with cards such as Summon Skull and Card Destruction and Change of Heart being in here. So, and I think the Kaiba starter deck doesn't have Last Will either, or Wall of Illusion, or Man-Eater Bug. Like, the power gap between these two decks is insane. The thing that he has is Lajin. And Lajin is one of the original big beefy boys that everybody used to play. Because he's an 1800 beater that you can just normal summon. And if you equip a single card to him, he can swing over stuff like Mystical Elf, or Giant Soldier of Stone, or Aquamadur. It also helps him swing over Wall of Illusion. And then he also dies to Manny Rabaku. That's a thing entirely. That's its own thing entirely. But yeah, I've gone for a while now. Sorry guys, I felt like this deck had a lot more to break down, and if you feel the need to cut anything out of here, feel free to do so.
Alright, guys and gals, we are back with the deck, and here's what we have cooked up for today. And I'll be honest, it doesn't look nearly as pretty as what we had last time. So regardless, I'm going to give you a rundown of my mythology, what I want the deck to do, and sort of the decisions for the cards. And what this is just, it revolves around two things. How do I deal with the big butts that Jeex has in the starter deck Yugi, especially Wall of Illusion, and how do I deal with Summon Skull if it hits the field. So with those things in mind, we have two Hein. This is just here as some removal if we need it. This is here to also remove Summon Skull if it hits the field, because otherwise it's just a tempo thing. But this can also help us push for lethal if we manage to get a decent board with stuff like Ultimate Offering or maybe even Monster Reborn. Trapmaster, I was pondering whether to side deck or main deck Trapmaster here, but I figured that not only are trap holes going to be pretty detrimental for our trying to go aggro strategy, we are definitely going to be seeing Ultimate Offering a lot as well, and if it's already on the field, Trapmaster can get rid of it. And also Jeex's access to Waboku, which further hinders our beatdown strategy. So I just figured our monster count isn't that crazy anyways, so I figured main Trapmaster is gonna be fine. Then for our tribute monster in the main deck, we have two Judgeman, and this is a 2200 Earth Warrior that only requires one tribute, and we have some stuff with this. Actually, yeah, I'll go over them here. So the thingy about Judgment is with Invigoration, which can be equipped to an Earth monster. This raises its attack by 400, decreases the defense by 200. The defense decrease doesn't matter. What matters is Judgment equipped with Invigoration is 100 points bigger than Summon Skull is, so we can beat over Summon Skull with Judgment. Sort of relating to Invigoration as well, we have also 3 copies of Battleox, 1700 Beast Warrior Earth Monster with Invigoration. It can beat over the 2k defenders. And we have one Sogen that I will talk about here, and this is strictly here because I don't know, I highly doubt that Jeex is going to be playing D-Spell. So if we manage to find the one of Sogen, it's decent for us, but also we don't need it necessarily. This is mostly here that if we manage to get Sogen on the field, that lets our Battle Oxes beat over exactly Wall of Illusion without any further equips. A lot of stuff here you'll see is that I am terrified of Wall of Illusion exactly. Luckily, Ultimate Offering offsets that a little bit. Then we have the best normal summon in the deck, Login, 1800. It's the biggest thing that we have, and equipping Dark Energy the Login means that Login also can beat over any of the defenders. And then finally we have Ryukishin powered here as just that, because our monster count would be really low otherwise, so it's just the next best thing. It's more defense than Rogue Doll, which doesn't matter, but what does matter is it's a Dark Fiend type, so with Dark Energy, Ryukishin powered can actually beat over Wall of Illusion barely. We already covered these. Then we have pretty self-explanatory stuff. Fissure, just the best single target removal we have. 3 Monster Reborn, because we can Monster Reborn the Summon Skulls if they hit the grave. Anything else, we can just push for more damage if the board is empty. 2 Dark Hole. I have the 3rd inside, but I don't think playing 3 in the main is going to be beneficial to our strategy, because we're going to be the aggressor most of the time. And I feel like wiping the field is going to be more beneficial to Jeex than it is for me. Then we have 3 Reinforcements. This is just a catch-all. Any monster can be boosted by 500 attack, and that'll allow any of our actual beaters to beat over the 2k walls, or in the case of Judgment, even without an AK equip, it can beat over Summon Skull. So that's just a good battle trap to have. A 3 Trap Hole as more generic removal. This mostly will just sit there waiting for Summon Skull, I feel like, and then 3 Ultimate Offering. I was thinking of playing 2, but I think that because Jeex will probably want to slow down the game as much as possible, and we're trying to be the aggressor, I feel like I want to see this card as much as possible and get it online as quickly as possible. As for the side deck, we're playing a 3rd copy of Hein if I feel like I need more removal. I already talked about the Dark Hole. Then we have 2 Rogue Doll as just the next best beater if I feel like I'm not finding enough monsters. And actually, I'll talk about this package last. We have 3 Remove Trap. Not only for if I feel like I need further removal for Ultimate Offering than Trapmaster, but also if he's playing Dragon Capture Jar, we can board into X copies of this. If after siding we decide to go Lord of D, Blue Eyes White Dragon, and a Flute of Summoning Dragon. So obviously the idea is here just to normal Lord of D to have Flute in hand and have 1 or 2. But obviously 2 would be pretty fairly, but at least 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon and just get that on the free field with the Flute of the Summoning Dragon. I feel like that's going to be such a big swing, but I don't know if the strategy is reliable enough to play in the main deck, which is why I have it in the side. But yeah, most of it will just revolve around, can I get over the big butts? And I feel like the big problem with this deck is going to be that I need the equips to get rid of his different walls, and playing these equips means that if I get fissured or dark hold or removed any way like Man Eater Bug, it will always result in a 2-for-1 for a Jeex, since I'm also losing the equips. So It'll definitely be hard, but we'll see what we can do. But yeah, that is going to be it for my deck breakdown. And fellas, it is time to get your game on, and I will see you all in the dueling zone. Ladies and lads, welcome to another episode. And this time we're playing with the starter deck. So Jeex is going to be piloting the Yugi starter deck, and I'm going to be piloting the Kaiba starter deck. Jeex, how are you feeling about these decks?
I feel like this is either gonna be extremely one-sided or I'm gonna look like a fucking clown.
I mean, we'll see. But I will admit that I had to do some very questionable choices in deck building to deal with some specific cards in the Yugi starter. So it'll be interesting for sure. But let's go ahead and do rock, paper, scissors, and good luck.
You gotta choose rock every time.
Oh, I mean it.
I didn't choose rock last time, but
all right. And well, good luck, and yeah.
Turn start. Standby phase, main phase, and I'm gonna set a card. I'm gonna set another card. And I'm gonna activate card destruction.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess you get to see now what I'm dealing with here. So, Monster Reborn to the Grave. I'm kind of glad you did that, because, I mean, you're going to see Dark Energy to the Grave.
Yeah.
Dark Hole to the Grave, Fissure to the Grave, and Invigoration to the Grave. And
that's literally the exact kind of deck that I was thinking of building to beat this deck.
I mean, you need the bad equips to be able to beat over the illusions and stuff.
Exactly. I'm gonna set one card and I'm gonna pass it over to you.
3 back row is scary. We're gonna draw.
It's a good thing there's no Duster in this. Or Heavy Storm yet.
Or is it? I would actually personally prefer it. But this actually might make things a little bit interesting. I do think that we are going to start with a normal summon of La Jin.
Oh, La Jin? You mean La Gon?
Oh, and it's Gone to the Grave, and
That's
yeah, I don't know what I expected, but let's try something else. Let's fire off Monster Reborn, targeting your Summon Skull.
My Summon Skull, okay.
Anything on that?
No.
Okay, we're gonna go battle phase and attempt to hit for 25.
Okay, we'll just take that. We'll just take that.
Oh,
Minus 25. Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. Then I think we're just gonna set 2 cards in the back row and we'll send it back to you.
Okay, turn start. Draw a card. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna cast a fissure.
And it's gone.
Yep. Gaming, and then it's your.
All right. Draw and I wonder what your back row could be. Step by main, and let's attempt to normal summon Battle Ox.
I'm okay with this.
Okay, then we will proceed to the battle phase and attempt to hit for 1700.
Okay, we're gonna go for 700. Yeah.
Oh, okay, we're halfway there, fellas.
We're halfway there.
Yeah, that'll do it for me. Back to you.
Back to me. Okay. This is kind of a problem. I won't lie.
I can see it. What is your back row? Could be like offering.
I'm gonna play Dark Hole.
Oh, and goodbye, Battle Ox. To the graveyard it goes.
And then it's your turn.
Okay, draw. Oh, yeah, that is not good. Yeah, I think we're just setting a card and passing it back to you.
Turn start. Go main phase. Set a card, and I think we're gonna do the same.
Oh, this is exhilarating gameplay here, fellas.
This is going a lot slower than I was hoping. I think the card destruction on turn 1 might have been bad, because I was thinking I'll draw into a monster anyhow, but I haven't drawn into a monster, so it's kind of bad.
Oh yeah, and like it was super good for me because my hand was all spells. I had 2 equips that I had nothing to do with, so it was actually really lucky for me.
You should probably just be more patient on that. I just set the trap hole and set the mystical elf.
Yeah, could be. But I think we are going to attempt to normal summon lodging number 2. Is that okay?
I'm gonna have to stop you right there. I'm gonna activate Ultimate Offering.
Oh shit! Well,
it's your priority again. Yeah.
There it is. I mean, I guess we'll go battle phase and we'll at least kind of poke you for 500. Essentially.
No. I'm sorry to say.
Oh, that is actually not what I was expecting, huh? I guess then I'll just pass it over to you and
okay.
Good luck.
Next turn. I'm gonna go to main phase 1. I'm gonna play Card Destruction.
Ooh, well that kind of sucks. There goes Judge Man, and there goes
Judge Man. Okay. I'm gonna draw 1 card.
We draw 2.
To grave, and I'm gonna pass it over to you.
I mean, oh, that is actually tragic. That is so awful. Do I just? I think I do. Okay. It was pretty awkward, but I think we want to put you on better habits. So I am going to normal summon Hain. In attack mode, we will. First, is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
There we go. Battle phase. Hain hit for 450.
I pay for 500 and I set a card from my hand.
Okay.
Oh, that's not the right card.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. That's not the right card. I'm supposed to set this guy, and I'll set this thing back in the background.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to redeclare, and I am not going to redeclare with Hain, but instead we'll attack into this with Lodgin.
Okay. We flip Man-Eater Bug, and I'll kill your Legend.
It is gone to the grave.
There we go, to graveyard, yeah.
And, yeah, I think that'll do it for our battle phase. And I think what we are going to do is we'll set rest of my hand in the back row and pass it over to you.
I take turn. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna set a card, and I'll pass it over to you now.
Okay. Oh
It's a good thing you
no.
don't have man eater bug, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, the Hane is the equivalent in this deck. But well, this is. I think we are doing it though. I am going to flip summon another Hane. I'll target your set monster and return it to hand.
I bring it back to my hand.
And it's probably gonna be set with ultimate offering, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. This Hane for 450.
I pay 500 and I said it again.
Okay. Another question is. Yeah, I think I'll redeclare and I'll swing into this and see what it is.
It's mystical elf.
Yes, I'm gonna take 1550. What's with the 50s back in the day?
I mean, it's at least it's not Utopia Prime or where the fuck with 2,510 attack.
Yeah, that is true. Or whatever was the last time the tribute summon like Rebirth the cards with like 1380 or something. I know there was like some other meaning behind that, but still, it was weird. And yeah,
Fissure.
Oh yeah. I wish.
Does the deck not have one?
Yeah. The deck has it, but I just don't have it here, unfortunately.
Okay.
So yeah, I think we're just going to pass because I think that I normal this second Hane, so I can't even change it to defense.
Yeah. Now, finally, I'm gonna show you what I was planning to do originally because I was hoping I would draw a card with my Dark Hole. I'm gonna play Dark Hole.
Okay.
I say everything to the graveyard.
Yep, I think that is fine. So both Hanes are gone.
Yeah. Now, I activate Last Duel. If a monster on your side of the field was sent to the graveyard this turn, you can special summon a monster with 1,500 attack or less from your deck during this turn.
And which one of the defenders is it gonna be?
I'm gonna open my deck and I'm gonna check.
I think I know.
You think you know? You think you know, huh? Huh? What do you think it is, punk?
I think it might have 1850 defense.
I think you may be right.
Yeah.
And then I pass it over to you. I didn't go to main phase again.
It's all good. Now,
This is too high tech for me, man.
Now. Oh, if my turn would start.
Hello? What's going on?
I think Duelenburg is bugging out. Oh.
Let's go.
Now, please give me some. I don't know what I can get here that'll help me, but please give me something. Okay, if my turn is going to start. I mean, yeah, I guess what we're going to do is start off main one. We are going to flip up my ultimate offering.
No.
I could do anything with that, but what we're going to do is we're going to normal summon Ryukishin powered.
Oh, okay.
In a second.
Jeopardy music kicks in.
Yeah. There's a lot of tension in the air.
Scary.
Duelenburg?
Hello? Duelenburg?
Can I call a judge?
Oh, are you gonna call a judge? Huh?
Judge, I haven't normal. Please let me normal. This is still a normal, but does that do anything? I mean, it's hopefully soon going to let me do it. Oh. Okay, and we are back, and Ryukishin has finally hit the field. Is that okay?
That is okay. May I ask why Ryukishin is not a dragon?
That's a great question. Probably so it can get powered up by 200 points by Yami.
No,
in the counter.
you wouldn't.
But We're going to do something. We're going to attack your wall of illusion with this 1600 Ryukishin powered.
Surely he doesn't have reinforcements.
Is that okay?
That is okay.
Yeah, and I think on damage step we might activate this card called reinforcements.
No way. And you have 500. You add 500 attack to my wall of illusion, right? Right?
That is a good play, but I think this time I'll do it on my Ryukishin powered.
Okay, that's an acceptable play. Yeah.
So this is to the grave, wall of illusion is to the grave, and this goes back to my hand.
Yep.
At the end
And
of
then you
damage step. And unfortunately, this is on opponent's battle phase and not either player's battle phase. Ultimate offering.
Yeah, that would be fucked up.
It would be nice, let's say that much. Then, yeah, go ahead.
Like there are a bunch of cards in the game that could just bounce themselves, and there's that card. I think it's cross counter or something, which bounces a card back to your hand or something.
Oh yeah. But I mean, this is 2002, so I guess
that's true.
But I still think I like to keep the pressure on. So main 2, I'm actually gonna pay 500 to normal summon the Ryukishin back out.
Oh, no.
Is
Cross
that okay?
counter is it's okay. Cross counter is the card that destroys an attacking monster after it attacked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, never mind.
There probably is a card that you were talking about, but just another, I guess.
I'm gonna set this card face down. Pass it over to you.
It could be anything.
Could be anything.
Am I curious? I'm curious. We'll punch into this and see what it is.
Okay. We flip our giant soldier of stone face
All
up.
right, so I think 400. And then I think we'll just set another card in the back row and pass it over to you.
Finally, the game state is stabilizing. Now,
like
I will set another card.
Oh no.
And I'll pass it over to you.
This is, it is.
It is.
The consequences of
right?
my own actions, let's just say that much.
Oh no.
I mean, Curiousness never killed the cat, so I guess next, let's see what this is.
Well, what if I told you that it's another fucking rock?
Oh, Jesus, it's just a bunch of rocks.
It's a bunch of rocks, man.
It's
like an episode of Bocce the Rock.
Hell yeah. I would say watch Bocce the Rock, but I haven't watched it myself, so I guess I'm not allowed to plug it yet.
Watch Bocce.
I should.
This is a plug.
I've seen a lot of memes, so I think I've basically seen the show.
Hell yeah.
But with that, I think back to you.
Back to me?
This is not a favorable game state, let's just say that much.
I set a card and I pass it over to you.
I hate it here.
I love this.
I will, to my hand, not that. Can I will to my hand a Raigeki from the last set?
You can pull out a Dark Hole.
Yeah.
You have one more.
Yeah, I mean,
I have one more too.
1 out of 18. We can get there. Right?
You can also get a Summon Skull with your Monster Reborn, which you still have in the deck.
Yeah, I mean, I might just be playing 2 Monster Reborn. Nobody knows,
I would question your ability as a deck builder if you were doing that, I'll be honest. Well, I'm questioning my abilities as a deck builder right now. So.
Okay, I think there's nothing to do here, so you know what? Hey, back to you, buddy.
I draw a card and I got a main phase one and I end my turn.
This is gameplay at its finest.
It keeps going back to that part where this is real Yu-Gi-Oh, man. You can't get any realer than this.
That is true.
I was talking about Synchro Summoning yesterday, and I was asked if Sword Soul is Synchro Summoning. And after thinking about it for a moment, I deemed that Sword Soul is not Synchro Summoning. In that same way, modern Yu-Gi-Oh is not like Yu-Gi-Oh how this is Yu-Gi-Oh,
This is how Yu-Gi-Oh was always supposed to be played. How Takahashi
intended. The way God was intended, yeah.
Exactly. Now here I'm... Yeah, No, we're gonna set a card,
Okay.
and back to you, buddy.
Okay, I draw a card, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of running out of options here. I don't.
I mean, the thing is here, like, okay, you have like more summon skulls, but otherwise, like, how are we gonna? The game's
End
kind
my
of
turn.
stalemate. I'm worried. I'm actually gonna deck out first.
I mean, that card destruction at the beginning of the game, that was huge for that.
Now the thing is,
I still have one more of those left, so.
yeah. Okay. I think what we are going to do is flip summon Trapmaster, and now the thing is, I do not. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna roll a die. Get rid of this one.
Oh
If
no.
it is a trap.
You're gonna see it. Activate. It's Dragon Capture Jar, the one-off.
Oh shit! Oh,
Just in case.
It's gone now. Oh, is this why we were pondering why Ryukishin Powered isn't a dragon?
Yeah, this is why we were pondering why Ryukishin Powered is not a dragon.
Oh no.
Because I was legit looking through the Kaiba structure deck, thinking, why is there only one dragon in here? Why can Lord of D only summon one card in this entire deck? Two.
There was, I can't remember the card's name now because it's a vanilla, but it was a 1500 vanilla that looked like a bat, but it was a dragon.
What the fuck? I mean, I guess that's two cards you can spatial summon without
But
summoning.
you can clearly see like which one card they really wanted you to summon. It's like, hey, there's this blue eyes white dragon, please play it.
Which is fucking stupid, because if he had more dragons in the deck, it would be better.
Yeah, but with that, I think I'll pass it back to you. This is gameplay.
Well, I'm gonna have to set one card on my side of the field. And then I pass it over to you.
So there's one more elf, potentially. There's two more Walls of Illusion, which I dread. And
there's two more something else.
Yeah.
Fear.
If Aquamador is a thing as well, I'm gonna lose it. Oh yeah, and obviously man-eater bugs are there as well. I think what we're gonna do here. Yeah, I think we start with this. So, maybe we're gonna fire off the fisher that I finally found, and we're gonna get rid of. You can decide whichever soldier stone.
This is kind of tough. Like, I like the one on the right a lot because it's been with me the whole time. You know?
Yeah, I guess.
But the one on the left, he's a new face. If I kick him off now, then he'll feel bad about it. It'll damage his self-confidence for the rest of his life.
Yeah, it's a hard decision. So that's why I'm giving it to you.
I gotta let go. Goodbye. Right side, soldier of stone.
He's gone. We will remember his legacy. And I think with that, am I at 600 even? Man, because it's like, do I think this is Wall of Illusion? Is the question. Or do I think it's Man-Eater Bug? Does it matter? Is another question that we must ask ourselves. And honestly, you know what? I think what we're is it doesn't make sense. Does it? It doesn't. But does it though? Ask for it. Let's put out another Ryukishin Powered. Is
no
that okay?
Fucking way. I'm gonna say that it's not okay.
Oh well, and goodbye, Ryukishin Powered. And
that would have been bad.
Yeah, I mean, I think now what we're doing is, yeah, we're gonna swing Ryukishin into this face down.
Okay. We flip the face down up, and it's Man-Eater Bug.
Okay, I'm assuming Ryukishin is gone.
Yeah, we're gonna kill a Ryukishin here.
All right.
Yeah.
To the grave.
One less threat. And Man-Eater Bug does as well.
Yeah. Because that was like what I was pondering is like, if it's Wall of Illusion, I actually want to swing with Trapmaster, so I get it back to my hand to maybe get rid of the Ultimate Offering.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Yeah, I think main 2 will flip Trapmaster to defense. And yeah, I think that'll do it for my turn.
Okay. I take my turn. I go to main phase 1. I set 1. And I need to think of it.
Oh.
It has castle walls. I don't think I'm gonna risk it. I don't want to take any damage if I can possibly avoid it. So what I was thinking of was turning my Soldier of Stone into attack position and swinging over the Trapmaster. But because the fact that you might have castle walls in your deck for one reason or another, it would completely fuck me over and lose like a couple of 100 life points, and I couldn't use Ultimate Offering effectively anymore.
Yeah, that's a fair thing to consider. Okay. Main 1. This has actually been a really enjoyable game. Like, it's been really back and forth.
This is that mid-range gameplay everybody loves.
Yeah. But what we are going to do is I think there's no reason not to do it. We finally found it. We're gonna fire off this 3rd monster reborn targeting your summoned skull.
That's okay.
And
I'm okay. I'm a big man. I can take that.
And now, what traps were in the Yugi deck? Dragon Caption Drawer is there. There's one more trap hole. Oh yeah, there's Waboku. Am I gonna be? It's so bad if I get it wrong. Man. Yeah, I think we go for it. We're going to normal summon Battle Ox. Is that okay?
I'm gonna have to say no.
Oh.
It is not okay.
And Ox is gone.
And this is where you sack both of them, and you summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. And you're like, psych! I got you. That'd be fucked up. Don't do that.
It also sucks because no, I think we do it. We'll flip Trapmaster back to attack. We go battle phase, and we are going to swing into Giant Soldier of Stone with Summon Skull.
Okay. He's gone too.
And then we are going to attempt to swing for 500 Trapmaster.
I hate this, I'll be honest. But I gotta pay 500, and I'll set a monster. That's kind of a non-decision. If I don't do that, I don't get a card.
At the 500 anyway.
Yeah.
Now the question here is, do I redeclare? You got one card in hand. Honestly, I think, man. Yeah, I think I'll just pass the turn.
Okay. I draw one card. I go in my main phase, and I set one, and I pass.
Okay, there is no back row. You can't activate Ultimate Offering anymore.
Yep.
But one of those is going to be Wall of Illusion. If I swing my Summoned Skull into the Wall of Illusion, it goes to your hand.
Yep.
And what am I doing after that? Like, realistically. What am I going to do after that?
Well, you have back row, so you can just trap hole it.
But how am I winning? How am I getting over the Wall of Illusions at this point?
You're gonna get Lajin with Dark Energy, or you're gonna get Battle Ox with Invigoration.
Okay, what we're going to do is we are going battle phase, and we are swinging Summoned Skull into the first set.
Okay.
Is it the punish?
It's Mystical Elf.
Thank you. Okay, and now, just so I know what I'm dealing with, we're going to poke Trapmaster here. Show me the Wall of Illusions. Oh.
Cancel Drift.
Huh.
Sorry to say.
Okay.
Got bamboozled.
I did get bamboozled. The question is, do I want to overextend and possibly just get black hold and immediately lose? I do have still a life to pay for offering. Man. Okay, I think the right play here is, I don't want to just immediately lose to Dark Hole. We just pass. Oh.
I don't like this. Not one bit. I activate Change of Heart.
Oh, yeah.
I target your or my summoned skull.
Okay, so it is yours.
It's mine now, sucker. It's 2,000. Oh, fuck. You'd barely not be enough.
Yeah.
It'd be 350 off. I go to battle phase and I attack the Trapmaster.
Yeah, Trapmaster is gone and I am taking 2k. Ouch.
There we go. And then I...
Before you go out of your battle phase, it's the ultimate offering thing. I actually think I'll pay 500 and set a card out of my hand.
Okay. Go to main phase 2. I set one card and I pass it over to you.
Now. Oh, what can we find? Oh, okay. Well. Now, it all comes down to this. We are going to flip summon Trapmaster and target your just set back row.
Fuck. It's GG.
Oh, okay. So yeah, then we just swing this and then we attack directly with Trapmaster. Holy shit, what a game.
That was a good fight.
That was a sick game. That was a sick game. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Let's go game 2. Alright, yeah, I am done as well, so...
Well, I gotta go first. Right? I'm giving the privilege to go first, so I gotta go first. Duh. Oh boy, do we gotta do a replay from last game?
I mean, if you feel like it.
Nah. I'm gonna set one, and I'm gonna set another one, and I'm gonna pass it over to you.
Okay, taking the turn. We go standby main, and then. Okay. What we are going to do is we're going to normal battle ox. Is that okay?
That is okay.
Okay. Then we'll go. No questions. We just go straight to battle phase and see what this is.
Okay. We flip summon our man eater bug, and I eat your man ox man. Thingamajig.
Okay. Ox is gone.
There we go.
And then we go main 2, and I think I'll just set a couple cards face down, and I'm going to pass it back to you.
Okay, turn over to me. I set one card, and then I pass it over to you. Stand by main, I forget. I keep forgetting to do that, man.
Yeah,
so hard.
It is. Okay. Yeah, I think I like your play, actually. I think I'll set one of my own. And yeah, I think that'll do it for me. I'll just pass it back to you.
That's a beautiful play, I gotta say. have to say that I like that play so much that I would like to take that play from you.
Oh, well, I guess you can have my hand.
Oh shit, I can't even see what it is because it doesn't tell me what it is before I flip it.
Oh, that's weird.
That's fucked up.
But yeah, it's a hand.
Well, I'm gonna have to say that your Hain
It's gone.
looks mighty appetizing.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
yeah, I got nothing for the skull.
You got nothing for the skull? We gotta go face 2,500 damage.
Do I?
Ultimate offering into a set monster.
Yeah, we just take the 250.
Yeah, okay. We go main phase 2 and we end our turn.
Ouch, that hurts. Okay.
So I was thinking of putting Soul Exchange into the deck. But after further thinking, I realized, wait, what the fuck would I ever put Soul Exchange into the deck if I can just have Change of Heart?
Yeah.
It does the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you didn't target it and it just said I can tribute monsters from your side of the field for a tribute summon, then that would be different. Because then it would work through like Lord of D.
Oh yeah, true. Oh yeah, Lord of D can't be targeted by card effects.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I always think that it's like it can't be destroyed. But yeah, I think this is as good time as any. We're gonna fire off Dark Hole.
Okay. Goodbye, Summon Skull. And goodbye, Mystical Elf.
Alright, that's
And it's
those
the
are pretty good hits.
Is this a Monster Reborn angle again?
Yeah, I think we'll fire off Monster
Oh,
Reborn
fucking hell, man.
Your Summon Skull.
I have 3 of these in my deck. Where are all mine?
I could say the same thing last time about my Pot of Greeds, you know?
Yeah, true.
Then... Yeah, I don't think I want to overextend. We're gonna pay it back.
Okay, I'll take that. Thank you.
And then we go main 2, and we go end phase, and back to you.
Okay, my turn. I think I'm gonna play Change of Heart. I'm gonna grab my Summon Skull back.
Yeah, go ahead and take it.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go face.
Man. Yeah, I mean, I'll take 250. Jesus.
That's kind of ballsy, man. I'm gonna set 1 card and I'm gonna pass it over to you.
I feel like we got a little bit of a faster game on our hands this time.
Well, that's what happens when we get a real card on the field, man.
That is fair. Yeah. That's gonna be a Wall of Illusions, isn't it?
You should try. If it is Wall of Illusions, that would be fucking perfect, right?
I don't think it would.
I think that would be very nice.
But it's like, if I do this, oh man. What's the play here? Man. I don't think I can actually. But it's if it's not
checking.
Wall of Illusion.
Not swinging is a lot worse than swinging and having it bounce to my hand, right? Right? Just think about it.
Trust me, I'm thinking about it. Okay, I think I might have found the line. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna Monster Reborn again.
Oh my fucking god.
This time on my own Battle Ox. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Then we're gonna go Battle Phase and we're gonna swing Battle Ox into the set monster.
Well.
Shit.
Man eater. I'm gonna fucking pop the Summon Skull.
Yeah, well, some of the skull is back in your grave, but I would like to redeclare 17 to the face.
Wait, no, you can't. You
wait.
can't redeclare in that situation, can you?
Wait, can I not? I don't.
Because Man Eater Bug has to get destroyed.
Oh wait, yeah, that's true. Yeah, because it's Of course. I mean, I don't know why.
I mean, you can not redeclare, and I can just like
it can be on the board.
Yeah, if you want that.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know why because like Man-Eater Bug always dies, but yeah, obviously I'm punching that.
Yeah.
But I don't know why because always man-eater bugs because it's so small it always gets popped anyway. I just assume okay, so its flip is like destroy man-eater bug and one card your opponent controls.
Dude, that would be a fair effect.
That's true, but yeah.
Like honestly, man-eater bug isn't that fair on paper when you think about old school Yu-Gi-Oh, right? It's always a 1-for-1, and if you can just flip it and it just kills a monster.
Yeah, that's true.
That's huge. I'm gonna take my turn. I go standby main, and look at what the cat brought in. It's a fissure.
Oh, well, Battleox is gone.
Thank you, Battleox. And we're going face end of turn.
Okay, I mean, that is...
I really like a card, man.
Draw, yeah, we're gonna normal lodge in. Is that fine?
That is fine.
All right, and then we'll go battle phase in the swing for 1800.
Oh, fuck. This is gonna end real fast now.
And yeah, I think that'll be all she wrote.
Okay, I'm gonna set 2 cards, and then I'll just pass it to you.
That is concerning. Okay, so one of those is going to be a trap hole, and both of us know that. But what are the other cards? You could have, once again, with Boku, you could have Ultimate Offering, but would you save it for Fuel for Destruction at this point? I don't know. But I'm doing too much thinking. I'm playing the Unga Bunga deck, so we go battle phase, we hit face.
Okay. I activate Boku.
Well, there it is. Yeah. We set a card in the back row and we pass it back to you.
I draw my turn card and I play my highly skillful card, which is Dark Hole.
Man, yeah, lodge into the grave,
and then I end my turn.
Okay. Well, you know, speaking of skillful, I think I'll normal another lodge in. Is that okay?
That is okay.
Okay, and just as skillfully we go Anga again, 1800.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was expecting the second Waboku, to be honest. And do I
would really like a fucking monster reborn.
Yeah,
or anything.
I bet you would.
I'm gonna activate card destruction.
No. Well,
I sent to the graveyard last well.
Well, I sent to the graveyard a Lord of D and a Blue Eyes White Dragon from my hand.
Yeah. There we go.
Draw. I'm pissed. I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
You wanna know what's fucked up?
Did
It
you
would have
draw a
been
monster
better
board?
if you fucking summoned Blue Eyes. I activate Change of Heart and I grab your legend.
Okay, well, I mean, sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
Here's yours.
Thank you. And I go and swing face.
And I take 1800.
Yeah, and then I give it back over to you, and I end my turn.
All right. We are going to go to the battle phase.
Okay, and you're gonna
And-
play reinforcements, and you're gonna win game.
Lodgin is the attack fine.
Yep.
Damage step.
So
Oh shit.
yeah,
But yeah, 'cause-
I got really fucked in this second.
yeah,
game.
your draws were bad.
Well, I drew like every single spell that I have in the deck, but I didn't draw a single monster outside of the one man-eater bug at the beginning of the game.
You wanna know
And-
my 2 draws from the card destruction?
Yeah, sure.
1 flute
Yeah.
and a blue eyes. I could have gotten 2 blue eyes with it.
It's perfect. But I got fucking rolled, dude.
Yeah, I mean, your draws were bad this game. And obviously, last game, like, it was the card destruction 100% won me the game.
So this is, I just
What were our next
drew
5?
cards. Just yeah. I would have really liked these cards a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I imagine if I had the fucking Change of Heart and I just popped it on your summon on your legend and got a summon skull out next turn.
Yeah. That is true.
Unfortunate.
I got really low this game, too. But it's like, yeah, I draw kind of nuts this game. I really did.
Where are my fucking monster reborns? Like all of them. None of them are fucking. I wouldn't have drawn a single one this entire game.
How deep did you have to go to get
The next one is 5 cards deep, so 17 cards deep, and then the last
Jesus.
2 are in the last 5 cards. Yeah.
I didn't
That's
get
fucked
to do this anytime, but I was playing a one-off.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
good.
I figured that you were gonna either play one for Blue Eyes specifically, or you might play one for Lajin, but I think Lajin is a fiend, so you can't use Yami because you don't have Yami. So this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
all
the idea here is I don't think there's no single card that pops spells in this set, right?
There's the spell,
Oh, okay.
which I have 3 of in my side deck.
Oh shit. Okay, because I forgot about that. My idea with this was if I find one that cool, that means I can swing over Wall of Illusion with Battle Ox without having to equip these awful equip cards. And which, by the way, I was playing 3 copies of both equips. Game 1 and game 2, I sided out of one of each. I was still playing 2 of each.
For Blue Eyes, Blue, and what are they? Or
I sided the equips out for 2 Melody. Or sorry, Flute. Oh yeah, Melody is the actually good card. Flute is this.
Yeah. Melody is the one that discards 1 and summons, right?
But yeah, I mean it's probably pretty obvious, like the equips, but it's like a Judge Man can swing over Summon Skull with Invigoration. Battle Ox can swing over any 2Ks. Login with the Dark Energy can swing over any of the 2Ks. It's funny because like literally like third of my deck was just constructed around the fact that I was fucking terrified of Wall of Illusion. And then what we saw, the whole set?
1. And that was because I used Last Well. I used fucking
Exactly.
Dark Hole to get rid of my defenders that were perfectly adequate to summon a Wall of Illusion.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this is going to be adequate as well. And then you got a Lajin with a fucking
Yeah.
big beat. Oh man, I fucking got shafted this game.
Yeah.
I really think, like, I sided out my second copy of Last Will. Like, I have 1 Last Will in the deck, and I drew that Last Will instead of drawing, like, another removal, Summon Skull on top of my Change of Heart, and so on and so forth. Kind of annoyed.
Yeah, bro, I sacked so hard. I drew 2 Monster Reborns in my first I think 4 or 5 drawn cards after the starting hand. That was
Monster Reborn is so fucking good in this game.
It's so insane.
If you discard or use a Summon Skull or a Blue Eyes White Dragon and your opponent draws a Monster Reborn, it's kind of just fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
God damn it, man.
But the first game was super fun. I wonder how it would have gone if you hadn't fired off the card destruction, because my hand, I had no plays for
I had
3
Mystical
turns.
Elf into Summon Skull.
Yeah.
So if I figured I'm just gonna throw this out because I'm gonna draw the same thing. Well, obviously, I'm free of everything in this hand. I'm gonna just draw everything else again, and then I didn't draw anything.
Yeah.
I literally didn't draw a single monster. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean that was a back and forth, and then this second game was literally just Summon Skull beat down.
Yeah, it's like the last time we played. The first game was a back and forth, which ended with Exodia, and then the second game was just like Blue Eyes. Go.
Yeah, first Blue Eye gets into circulation. It's just like whoever gets the Monster Reborn gets to play the game.
It's kind of funny that both times worked out the same, because that shows just how simple the game actually is at this point. Like either you summon a big beater that your opponent cannot get over, or your opponent has to remove its spells, or you summon a bigger beater that can just be a relevant threat and win the game in 4 turns.
Yeah. And it also showcases that Monster Reborn is a pretty decent card.
Yeah, I think we could just put Monster Reborn at 3 in the current game. It's not that good, I'll be honest.
Yeah. I had this ultimate offering set from turn 1, and I was considering on the Summon Skull swings, should I set my Lord of D with those to sort of stem the bleeding a little bit, but I was greedy, and I was like, I'll look for maybe getting
It got pretty close because of that.
Yeah, it was definitely like one swing from either side, and that was it.
Yeah.
Overall,
that was a
like,
good game.
Yeah, overall, I really liked these games. Like, I think these were really fun, especially like the first one. It was like super back and forth.
Yeah, I think I prefer these to the Legend of Blue Eyes games, mostly because it's the same thing, but you don't have to think like, well, is he gonna Exodia me?
Yeah.
Am I gonna lose the Exodia if I don't do anything? Do I
Oh.
have to accelerate the game state, or am I gonna lose to stalling?
Yeah, and overall, like, not having Raigeki still balls, having access to Dark Hole, having fissures, having trap holes, there's like a decent amount of interaction in the game and in this set, which actually makes it like decently back and forth and pretty fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely thoroughly enjoyed these. But yeah, next time we have Metal Raiders, and yeah, as we talked about before this episode a little bit, like, there is a surprisingly high amount of like good stuff in that set, so that's also gonna be interesting.
I think Metal Raiders and Spell Ruler are both gonna be very interesting, like, to play.
Don't talk about Spell Ruler, bro. I am not ready for that.
I feel like I haven't looked into Spell Ruler properly, but I feel like there has to be something in that set that makes it so that discarding your opponent's entire hand is not a good play. And if there is something like that, I gotta figure it the fuck out.
We can actually hear Cell. Let me see. Where do I have the sets? Oh, this one. I'm kind of curious. We can take a little bit of a sneak peek. Obviously, that's 2 episodes, so it's gonna be a little bit. But let's take a little bit of a sneak peek what's in Spell Ruler. Because why do I have a feeling that Jinzo was in that set?
There's Jinzo 7, I think.
Oh, what you mean? Level or?
No, in Metal Raiders, Jinzo 7 is in that.
What?
It's literally just Jinzo 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was talking about the good Jinzo.
yeah. But that's the Jinzo that's in the next 2 sets. Spell Ruler does not have Jinzo, no.
Because I was about to say, like, if it's like whoever goes first plays something, discards the opponent's whole hand to the grave, and then goes Jinzo. It's, yeah. This set is so degenerate.
Like, it's gonna be super fun, man. Just play slot machine. Hell yeah.
Oh, painful choice, giant runate. Yeah, no, this is gonna be miserable.
Yeah, you just dump your whole deck into the graveyard.
Wait.
And your hand, because your opponent discards it.
Honestly, what if I just play tunes? What if I just say, like, fuck it, bro. I play tunes.
I mean, that works. I just saw what's in this set.
Mm-hmm.
Relinquished is in Spell Ruler.
Oh, I must have missed that then. Oh yeah.
And Hamburger.
Oh yeah, this has Tomato too, and all of these. I mean, bro, it's just. Yeah, I mean, look at the sets. I've really had to practice my rock paper scissors because going first, it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, that'll do it for this episode. This was a lot of fun, and I definitely think like you said, like not having Exodia and having a little less like of the blowout cards like Pot and Raigeki made these games like a much more back and forth. Although as we saw, like it can also be really sacky where you just get all your monster reborns and win like that. But still, I feel like there was a good amount of back and forth.
Yeah, I think this was generally a good set of games.
Yeah,
definitely. Like the second game, especially, like I said earlier, it felt like kind of a replay from the last time we played, but it did not feel anywhere near as annoying losing the first game.
Yeah.
To like sacking an Exodia and whatnot. So
especially. Especially when it was like I was playing multiples of the Exodia parts. That.
I got fucking scammed that game. Like, I got rid of your Exodia. That's easy. I win now. But then, nah. Got scammed.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you for watching, and that'll do it for us this time, and hopefully we'll see you next time, and we will meet again next set for Metal Raiders. So, stay tuned for that.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.